potential at any point due to a dipole. Okay, we are choosing a point P which is at a distance r from the center of the dipole such that r makes an angle theta with the axis of the dipole AB. So we want to find potential at the point P. The point P is at a distance r2 from A and r1 from B. Okay, let us first write the expressions for VA and VB. VA will be equals to K into minus Q upon R2. Okay, similarly VB will be equals to K into Q upon R1. Okay, total potential is a scalar quantity and hence it can be written as VA plus VB. Okay, we substitute values of VA and VB. So KQ can be taken as common from both the expressions within bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 by R2. On simplification we get KQ R2 minus R1 upon R1 into R2. Okay, now we apply an approximation here. We know length of the dipole is very small. So D is taken as negligible in comparison to R. It is very small in comparison to R. And under this condition, R1 and R2 both will be nearly equals to R. Okay, so in the above equation, we can write R1 and R2 both as nearly equals to R. In the denominator, we can write R1 and R2 as R, but in the numerator, they are not exactly equal. So when we subtract, then R2 minus R1 will be a small value represented by delta R. You can see in the figure AP minus BP. Okay, it is nearly equals to what? Which will end? It is equals to delta R. Okay, so what we can write now? We can write V is equals to KQ delta R upon R square. Okay, so they are not exactly equal. R1 and R2 are nearly equal. So when we subtract them, we write the difference as delta R and denominator becomes R into R as R square. Now to find delta R, we use the triangle BCA. In the right triangle BCA, the angle BAC is also taken as nearly equals to theta. Again, this approximation comes from the condition that D is very small in comparison to R. So the angle BAC is also equals to theta, nearly equals to theta. So we can write cos theta as delta R upon 2A. Cos theta is defined as base upon hypotenuse. Base is delta R and hypotenuse is 2A. So delta R can be written as 2A cos theta. So the potential expression becomes KQ 2A cos theta upon R square. In this equation, Q into 2A, charge, either charge into distance between the two charges. It is measure of dipole moment. So Q into 2A can be written as P. Hence the equation becomes V is equals to KP cos theta upon R square. And in place of K, you can write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So the final equation is V is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta upon R square. Potential depends upon the direction of R. ना इस एक्सप्रेशन में थीटा आ रहा है, मतलब पोटेंशियल किस पे डिपेंड करेगा कि किस डायरेक्शन में पॉइंट लोकेटेड है. ओके, वी कैन कम टू सम स्पेशल केसेस. Suppose using the above formula, you want to derive potential on the axis. So if a point lies on AB extended, if you extend AB and you choose a point P on it, that will become a point on the axis. So under special cases, we take first a point on the axis. Theta will be 0 and you know cos 0 is 1. So the above equation can be written as V is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon R square, because cos theta has become 1. So V is equals to KP upon R square. For a point on the equatorial line is perpendicular to AB. Okay, so if you take a point on the equatorial line, theta will be 90 and you know cos 90 is 0. Okay, theta is 90 and cos 90 is 0, therefore potential will become 0. So you have a general formula V is equals to KP cos थीटा अपॉन आर स्क्वायर, और इसमें यदि आप थीटा को 0 डालेंगे तो आपको एक्सिस पे पोटेंशियल मिल जाएगा, और थीटा को यदि 90 लेंगे तो आपको इक्वेटोरियल लाइन पे पोटेंशियल का एक्सप्रेशन मिल जाएगा. So this is the general expression for potential at any point due to a dipole.